Folks, Brian Blessing in chilly, and I mean chilly, Las Vegas, but the action's hot and heavy on the wagering board, and oddsworthbetting.com is always here to help you along your merry way. Featured pick of the day is available to you right below this video. On a Wednesday, college football, a couple of games to speak of. Western Michigan, Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois is a 3-point favorite. It's a good football team. Total on the game is 61, but watch the weather. Forecast calling for a lot of wind in that game. Could impact the total. Central Michigan, Kent State catching 10.5 at home in this spot. You're looking at Central Michigan favored in this game. The total on the contest is 54.5. You know, we get ready for a brand new week in the NFL, and you start looking ahead to the numbers. And Thursday night, no one's doing a big cartwheel. Jacksonville's a 3-point favorite off a win over Baltimore. Total on the game is 43. But then you look at some of the big games coming up this week. I'm absolutely stupefied with Tony Romo coming back. Dallas basically picked 1-point favorite. Miami, they got a win against the Eagles last week. That it looks like an overreaction, doesn't it? Indy and Atlanta, that totals up at 47.5, even with Hasselbeck playing in that spot. Green Bay, Minnesota, who'd have thunk, huh? Minnesota lost that first game to San Francisco, on a roll ever since. Peterson looks good. Diggs gave them a weapon through the air, playing great football. Monster game in that NFC North, and Minnesota is a pick or a 1-point favorite for the Vikings. The total on the game is 45. Hard to believe. Rodgers is struggling. I don't care how great you are. If nobody's open, tough to get him the football. Some of the other games of note, KC looked good last week. Can they make a late push here in the second half of the season? 3-point favorites. How about that? 3-point favorite at San Diego. And that's the and then you've got the Cincinnati-Arizona game. They flexed already. What a game that's going to be. Arizona 3 at home. Monday Night Football, Buffalo and New England. New England's a 7-point favorite. Total in the game is 48.5. And I'll tell you, to be honest with you, New England likely wins this football game. I give the Bills a Holly Holmes shot in this game. The puncher's chance. But beyond that, the Patriots' schedule, pretty cupcake. They could actually go unbeaten this year. So Wednesday night, we get NBA action for you as well. It's a pretty healthy slate of games. Dallas off a pedestrian win at Philly. They go to Boston. Some of the other games of note, you got New Orleans and Oklahoma City. Later in the evening, Toronto's at Utah, with Chicago at Phoenix, the get-out game in the NBA on a Wednesday night. And then the National Hockey League midweek, we get the nationally televised game. That's going to be Washington and Detroit. Ovechkin puts his skills on display. This good young Red Wings team. Vancouver's at Winnipeg. Little Canadian battle for you Wednesday night. And then Chicago, they got that long circus road trip. And don't kid yourself, for a team like Chicago, that could be a great bonding experience. Get on the road, and when they travel, they have massive fan support virtually everywhere they go. So I think Chicago actually fared very well on this road trip. It's going to be a busy Wednesday. Looking forward to another week in the NFL. College basketball, a lot of games on Wednesday, but no real marquee games that drive you, up to the edge of your seat. But that means there's some really good wagering opportunities with some of these smaller conference games. Game like Buffalo at St. Joe's, there are games like that. If it's on the board, you can dissect them. And that's why oddsworthbetting.com is here to help you with the feature pick of the day. As always, it's available to you right below this video. Hey, man, I'm bundling up. It's cold here in Las Vegas. I'm Brian Blessing, but we're going to have some fun with the hot action on the wagering board.